Good morning and happy Bank Holiday Monday, and thank you for joining us here today on what in the UK, if you're in the UK, is a bank holiday. I don't know where else across the world it is a bank holiday. I know in France, because my mum said it's a bank holiday there, because it's not only is it the first Monday of the month, it is also the first day of the month. So it all varies where you've got it. So if it's a bank holiday with you and you've not at work today, then enjoy and thank you for joining us. Now, we have got some amazing deals for you. It's going to be so busy and we've got so many reasons for you to buy today. Now, I'm going to go through these and then we'll have a chat with Michelle, who's next to me. I want to give you these quickly. If you use the code CROWN20 today, you're going to get 20% off your order. Now, there are some T's and C's. It does exclude your April and May launches. May launch, we're only on the 1st of May, so let's just say your April launches. Terms and conditions, put it in. You've not lost anything. Put the code in. If it works, you've got an extra 20% off. Now, the other thing we're giving you today is double points if you spend over £50, euros or dollars. Now, if you spend over £100, euros or dollars, we're going to give you triple points. You don't need to do anything. It is automatic. Absolutely. It'll just come, just add those on. £50, $50, you'll get to that quite quickly, and then you've got your double points. Now, we are introducing some new categories, and we are now introducing, from the 1st of May, we're introducing our pick of the day. So every day, Monday to Friday, we're going to put a new offer live, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. It'll go Monday to Friday, and it's for 24 hours only. Now, can I just say, you're only going to be paying for the pen collection, $79.99. So that means you're going to get everything else for free. If you try your Crown 20, but you'll also get your double points. Absolutely perfect, because it's over £50, $50, €50. So that is brilliant. So many reasons to shop today. Now, I'm not here on my own, so we've got lovely Michelle. Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you ready to go?
I am.
We are. We're all nice and calm and ready to go. It's going to be a good day, isn't it?
It is going to be a good day. I had a real good sleep last night.
You said to me, you were out with the light, weren't you? Because we were both at the house last night.
Yes.
So
had a nice chat.
Yeah. You didn't hear Becky leave this morning at 6:30?
I didn't hear. No. Oh God, thank God. But I'd not slept very well the night before, so last night I was out like a log.
Good.
So I'm refreshed and raring to go for you guys today.
That's what we want to hear. And you've got lots to do for us, lots of lovely demos to do for us.
Michelle,
we've got our wake-up call now.
Yeah.
Then at 2 p.m. we've got, this will be our craft vault.
Yeah.
So some amazing deals coming into there. But then at 6 p.m. UK time, we've got our Monday Makers. And I think some of those, you've got some of the deals you've got this side of you are from our Monday Makers.
Yeah. So we've got, I love these. I say it's a prerequisite to everything that I show you. So we've got these gorgeous Zigzag scene builder dies. Absolutely love these. You can use these in so many ways. And this is on a front stepper, which I absolutely love.
Aren't they? They're just really good scene builder dies,
They really are. And even if you don't want to do it on that zigzag element, you've got so many dies and stamps in there. You can be using them just to build scenes on a normal card. You can really have a lot of fun with those, definitely. Another one of my favourites.
I love these flowers.
Love flowers, but these are just beautiful. So you've got that decoupage stamp and die flower in there.
I think the carnation in that set's my favourite.
Yes, it is mine.
You can make so much detail with that.
You really can. Definitely. But you can be popping any of them from that collection into a box frame like this. But coming up on the craft vault, so we've got some fabulous deals for you. So we've got these. So I can't promise you that I can do this backwards, but I'll have a go.
Oh, is it one of the waterfall cards?
So we've got the waterfall cards.
There you go. You get the gist of it. It's hard to do backwards, isn't it?
There you go. It is backwards. There you go. Half a waterfall, but you'll get a full one in your pack. And we've got these on as well. So these are always a favourite, these jigsaw dies.
Wow.
How lovely does that look?
I love that one where you put using jigsaws as almost like your confetti inside.
Yes, absolutely. So I love this. So, so those are from the Craft Vault. So we've got some amazing deals for you today. And then, Monday Makers later on.
Perfect. It'll be absolutely brilliant. Now, there's loads of people here today. So, obviously, you've seen it's Michelle and I. We've got George and Johnny, thank you. Oh, he's abandoned me. He's abandoned me. I am so sorry, Johnny. That's not a good start. Look, it's my age. It's my age. Words just disappear. I could see your face. And there wasn't. I didn't have a name.
No
I
name.
did not have a name. I am so sorry. I couldn't cover that one. I couldn't cover. I'm having a hot flush now. George and Johnny in the gallery. We've got Tracy round getting all our bits ready today, and we've got Rachel on the socials. Oh dear, I'm not starting well. There we go. No, I didn't call you Nicola or Lily or anything like that. So yeah, at least I knew. I stopped there. So just to say, we've got loads of people here. Your Ben's here. He says good morning. We've got Sarah Brown in Melbourne sending lots of hugs. Sweet Timp said morning all across the globe. Lynn Blackledge is Go Granny Live is in. She said it's a bright Isle of Wight. It wasn't quite bright here, was it?
No.
It was a little bit rainy. We've got Linda Varquez says hello everyone. Hannah Gosling Smith. Oh, she's ordered her Gemini 2 this morning. I see a lot of people are. Christine Mahoney says, it's nice and rainy. Another nice and rainy, whipping windy day here in upstate New York. Oh, wow. Betty Gozzles, good morning from Oklahoma. Oh, Kathy Meyer says no bank holiday here in the States. Oh, I'm sorry, shouldn't have. I'll stop. I won't talk too much about that. Anne Clark says morning, Corrine and Michelle from a sunny but slightly cool Dorset. We've got Zoe Carver and I think I said to say Hannah Gosling. Oh, Hannah Gosling says I love you're all live together when you're here. Oh, you live together when you're here. Yeah, we do. We all stay in the house and stay there. So hello, so happy the Gemini 2 has been pre-ordered from QVC, says June Woodhouse. And Carol McDaniel says she loses her words all the time. So yeah, I'm not alone there. Oh, that one's good. That one's going to be clipped, isn't it? There we are. Right, now I think we need to see our pick of the day. This is our first pick of the day, May the 1st, the first pick of the day. There you go. So look at that. Wow, what a bundle there. So this is our creatives kit. So you are going to get the artist collection, and you're going to buy that. So that's that lovely big pen set in there. And we'll have a look at that properly a bit later on. And then you will get your whole, I'm being really careful, because George has set this up really careful and I did see it all tumble a few minutes ago. You're going to get all of these stamps that's going to be absolutely brilliant to do with your colouring. £50, $50, absolutely free. Now, $79.99 or $99.99 is your price, but if you are platinum, then it's going to go right down to $63.99 or $79.99. So even if you're platinum, you're still going to get your double points on this. And make sure you check out Try the Crown 20. I'm not totally sure whether that works, but you might as well have a go. So absolutely brilliant. This will expire tomorrow morning, ready for our new pick of the day when our Michelle is back tomorrow. Who are you back with? Are you back with Ben tomorrow?
I am back with Ben tomorrow.
Ben and Michelle are in tomorrow morning with a new pick of the day. And like I say, you're going to get one every day, Monday to Friday, and then we'll do a different deal for the weekend. Now, Michelle has already mentioned the Zigzag Scene builder dies. And you're going to get 12 dies and 20 stamps. So this is what you're going to get. You're going to get your hometown Zigzag. So this is brilliant. So you get 3 different dies here, and they cut on this gorgeous angle here, so you can get the zigzag design, and then you're going to get your stamps. So not only are you going to get the hometown, you're going to get that Once Upon a Time. There we go. This is the one Michelle was showing you. So again, that beautiful zigzag effect. But if you don't want to, then you can make gorgeous diorama, box cards, however you want to. You're then going to get, oh, this one hasn't got a net on. This one, that might be a country, it's not got a name on the back, I'll have to write on the back. That's like a country scene, I can't remember what that one was called. Oh, In the Country, there you go, I knew it had country in it. Again, you've got that zigzag there. And then finally, you've got Garden Dreams. Now, looking at these, I'm sure you'll be able to see how you can mix and match these dies together. Maybe you're going to have the trees with the castle, maybe that lovely little bike is down here. You're going to snip it out, it's going to be resting against the chair. So just because these are 4 different collections, they will interact with each other. Now you're going to get all of that today instead of, wow, that's an amazing deal. Instead of $51.96, today's price is going to be £28 or $32. Now this, I believe, is your best ever price on these. So if you want them, get those really quickly. So a fifth, did you say? A fifth already. Well, we've only been going 11 minutes, and these are part of our Monday makers, and they're not officially till 6 p.m. tonight. $22.40 or $25.60 is your platinum price for those. Now, I think this is what Michelle is going to do a demo with first for us. Have I got that right?
I
didn't imagine that, did I? I didn't imagine that. Right. There we go. I'll let Michelle show you how she's going to use them.
Right, so another one, everything's my favourite. We might as well just, you know, resign ourselves to the fact that everything I show you, I'm going to say, I love this, it's my favourite. But it's true every time. So I've picked our hometown. So again, absolutely love these. I've just popped all my pieces out. So you can see straight away that you've got the zigzag there. It sort of comes from the cutting edge there to there on that one, and you've got it there to there on that one. So you straight away, you're going to get that lovely zigzag, and then you've got that gorgeous gate that sits at the bottom as a straight piece. So you've got...
Oh, who's left you with dirty dies?
I know. It'll be Debbie.
She's not here to argue with you, is she?
No. Well, we know it's not Debbie Fisher because I've seen her clean hers out every single time. So, yeah, well, I'm not blaming Sarah because, you know, the boss. But no. So we'll go with Debbie.
I'm sure she won't mind.
I'm sure she won't. I know I get blamed for lots when I'm not here. See, they can't get away with blaming me because I still watch a lot from home.
Do you?
I do, yeah.
So you tell us off if we blame you and it wasn't
you. When you blame me, I'm like in the comments, "Oi, that wasn't me." Right, there we go. So just got all my bits out of the dies. Right, so you've got your zigzag. So I've got my it's Corrine's fault. She set this day up well, hasn't she?
I can't help it. Lillian says I've been away too long. I think I probably have. I've forgotten how to talk.
I love that. Right, what are we doing? Zigzag. So, depending on which way you are wanting this zigzag to go, I mean, it's entirely up to you. You can have it going that way or you can have it going that way. It really doesn't matter. So I'm going to have mine going this way. So again, when you've got that sort of zigzag element, you need to place one on sort of the front and then the next one's going to go on the back, if that makes sort of sense to you. Let me pop that to the side. So let me just have a think. In fact, do you know what? My prep I've done actually is with a different one. So let me just...
You need to start on the back one, don't you?
Yeah.
The top one has to go on the back, doesn't it?
It does. So I'm just going to grab these ones actually because the prep that I've done next to me is with this one. But do you know what? Again, it doesn't matter. You can mix and match these because you've got that lovely bike and house there. It's going to mix lovely actually with the church or that gate there. Yeah, this is what we're saying. They will all mix and match, won't they? Absolutely. So let me just pop those ones up there. So this is going to go on here.
Yeah, the top one goes furthest that way, doesn't it? Because then it's going to come across.
This is one of those that I always tend to do twice. I tend to do it once the wrong way and once the right way. You know, sometimes Becky Swan has to put her fingers up, you know, to do the left and right thing. Yeah. This is one of these things that I have to do twice to get it the right way.
No, that's absolutely fine.
Right, so pop that on there. So I've just taken some tape off. And again, I'm going to pop mine right up to the top. I'm going to tape it down. I'm going to bring in my tree line. Where's my tree with a swing? Here it is. A gorgeous tree with a swing. So that's going to pop on here. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut this out one at a time, just so I can follow it a lot easier. And you guys can follow what I'm doing a lot easier as well.
So, yeah, so it is easy, because then as well you can flip the card over, can't you? So that when you've got the zigzag, you've always got the dies being cut from the front.
That's it,
so
yeah.
It does. There we go. Oh, that's lovely. So Amanda Bennett says, me and you, Michelle, already brightening her day because it's dull and rainy here in Shropshire. There you go. There we are. That's so nice. Yeah, and our Rachel said she was making a card last night that had letter cutouts with decorative paper peeking through. Only I glued the paper to the wrong side so the word was mirror image, and she says only her. We all do it. Don't worry. And like we say, it's only a piece of paper. So at the end of the day, if you do it wrong, we just have to start again. Maybe you have to pick a different piece of paper because you've used the last one, but I'm sure you've got other pieces.
I think the problem is sometimes, especially something like this, the more you look at it, the more it doesn't look right, and then the more you convince yourself you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not the case, is it? Right, so let's pop.
It's a lovely scene, but you can see that, can't you? I mean, you can see straight away how that's, you know, the diorama is going to work with those, can't you?
Yeah, you absolutely can. So I'm going to turn that over, and this is going to go on here. Yeah.
You're thinking about that? Cutting it from the back.
I'm just double checking. Let me, oh, it's only a couple of little bits. So again, I'm going to pop this further down to create my zigzag. And I'm going to pop that one through.
So again, although they're small dies, because people often say to me, what size die cutting machine will these cut through? Because you're going into larger piece of card, your die machine is dictated by your card rather than your die size, aren't they? Because everyone's going to look at those and go, oh, they're really small, they'll go through my mini or my midi. But if you want them out of a full sheet of A4 like you've done, then you've got to go with your larger machine.
That's it, yeah, definitely. I mean, if you are only wanting to sort of cut, if you were wanting to do like a front stepper card and you were just wanting to cut this out of a smaller piece of card, then yeah, you're probably going to get away with putting it through one of your smaller machines. Yep. But as for the card that I'm doing, it's going to have to go through on my bigger plates.
We've had a comment from Betty Gosel. She says she's no bank holiday for her, so she'll try and listen from work. Have a great day, everyone. I wonder what she does for work that she can listen to Crafters TV from work. I'm always fascinated by comments like that because I always think, oh, what do you do that you can watch at work? So fascinates me, things like that. No, she's not a surgeon, Johnny. Nor a pilot. Could be, but I think not.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Maybe, oh, you would hope not, wouldn't you?
I would hope not. No, she's not a lollipop lady because the schools are shut today. It's a bank holiday. Well, no, she's in America. It's not, is it? That's a good question. Johnny just says, I remembered his name. Johnny just said, do you have lollipop ladies in America? Do you even understand the term a lollipop lady? You know, so we have crossings on the road, zebra crossings, and crossing patrols in America, our Tracy says. There we go. Do they have a lollipop? I don't know, Johnny. He's asking me lots of questions. I don't know these things. I'm in the UK. So I don't know. Be interesting. So I don't know whether they have yeah. Crossing, yes, now Tracy said that. I've seen on films crossing patrol, have you?
Yeah, yeah. I wondered if Americans look at us and think, why on earth have they called her a lollipop lady?
Because they have their lollipop on a stick to stop the traffic.
They do.
When people remember to look at it.
Well, that's it, yeah. So just snipping into there. So after a slow start, after me flipping my page back and forth 20 times, I have got it correct.
There you go.
So I would definitely have brought that a little further down because obviously it's covering that seam up there, but I did get it. We got there in the end.
You did, that's the main thing.
That's the main thing. So I'm going to bring this one in because there's no way that I'm going to get all this colouring done.
Yes.
So all I've done is I've gone in with some of my my classics. So I have used my AGs and my LGs.
Oh, I
so,
like leaf green.
Yes.
They're nice, those.
Yeah.
Or light green, aren't they? Light green.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
If I hold them up, you can see how lovely they look.
Yeah.
And again, you know, if you've got our tri-blends, we've got those lovely greens in our tri-blends as well. And then all I'm going to do is we're just going to colour in these little bits and bobs here.
And that's the great thing about this, it's so versatile. You can have it as tall or as short as you like. So what you've done with this one, you've coloured it and cut it and then reduced it down in length, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. You know, if you start with, it depends on what you're doing, but I tend to start with my A4 card just folded into 3, obviously lengthwise. And then I sort of work from there, to be honest, unless I'm looking for a particular size. But they're a lot easier to put together than I just showed you.
No. There we go. Betty says she works from home auditing medical records. There you go. Oh, there we are. So there's no one to notice that you're watching us. There we are.
Oh, that's good.
That's interesting. Carol McDonough says we call them crossing guards. There we go. And Sarah Brown says we also call them lollipop ladies and men here in Australia. There we are. Oh. You see, we're just a mine of useful information. Kelly says she also watches all day, every day from her phone while at work as well. There you go. I love that people are watching us while they're working.
I do.
And we watch while we're working from home, but that's because we're doing prep, aren't we?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
That's such a traditional little straw basket on the front, isn't it? It's lovely.
It had to be done. Had to be done. So I'm just going to pop lots of little flowers in here. So this is the fun bit for me. Once it's cut out and you get to have just a nice little play then, colouring this in. And again, you know, I've used lots of my classics. I'm not necessarily doing that 3-colour blend on here because I don't really feel like I have to, but you absolutely can if you wanted to.
That's the thing. There aren't too many rules with colouring. It's what makes you happy, isn't it?
It is. It absolutely is. Don't feel like you need to, it can be a bit stressful, especially if you're first starting, to feel like you've got to get that 3 shade blend when you're first starting, and you know, you don't. Just pick up the pens, just get used to them, just have a play, have a colour. Yeah. And get used to them before you even start to worry or stress about having to go on and, you know, master the colouring.
We've got Catherine Wood on, and she says, good morning, Corrine and Michelle, from a dull, miserable Dudley. Oh, that's not good. Don't like that. She says she's really struggling with these dyes, but will keep trying. I think it is trial and error, isn't it, to learn how far to where to put them on the zigzag
yes.
And just try. But as you can see on this one, what you're wanting is as you end one zigzag, once one comes down on the diagonal, the other zigzag starts a little bit lower. And if you can do that, then they will still work. Is that a zigzag, or have you laid them up together?
It is a zigzag. So
wow. You're very, very brave colouring on top. I would end up with lots of ink on the layer behind.
I have unfortunately done it. So normally if I'm at home, I've got a spare piece of card that I will.
You can't see that you've done that at all. You cannot see that at all.
I think the thing to remember with the zigzag is, like I just did, you have to remember that the highest bit is going to start on this side.
Yeah.
Not on this side.
Yeah.
So your first piece, so you
It's on
saw
the
me
right-hand
keep flicking
side.
it,
Yeah.
because I was trying to get it straight in my head, but your first piece, your highest die, is going to go on the right side, and then you're going to turn it over for the middle one, and then you turn it back over for the last one. So you have to remember that you have to flip your paper to cut on the front, the back, then the front. And that's it. It's just getting your head around that little bit, isn't it?
It certainly is. It certainly is. Linda Armstead says, no, it wasn't. Sorry, that jumped up another one. That was Gareth. So he says, I've just bought this collection. It's a steal as a platinum price. It really is. Michelle Knits has this set. Linda just said, do you need to have a piece of paper behind the panel you are colouring so it doesn't bleed through? There you go.
Yes.
If you want to, if you're careful like Michelle's doing, then you can be all right. But it's entirely up to you.
Yeah, I should use, you know, my bit of waste to pop it behind there. But because I aren't going in with that blending, so I'm not really going over and over it, I'm just being sort of quite light, I don't feel that I really need to. But yes, absolutely, I should have a piece of card under there. So I've just picked up one of my greys. Now I've picked it up in my Illustrator, purely because I couldn't find the grey in my Classiques next to me.
It's all the same ink, isn't it? It's only the nib that changes.
Ink. Yeah,
If you pick up light grey in an Illustrator, it's the same as in a Classique, it's the same as in a Tri-Blend. They are all the same ink, they just have the different barrels and nips.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've finished my little bike. I'm just going to do a little bit on these trees. So I've just picked up my AG2 and my AG3. So I think I am going to pop it behind this one, purely because I'm going to be doing that circular motion, and I know I'm going to get it everywhere it's not supposed to be.
Lillian said she thinks the house looks quite surprised. I think it's the way it's got the eyes. It looks like it's got arched eyebrows.
It does, doesn't it?
And then the door looks like, ooh.
That was Johnny's face when you missed his name. You were like, what?
I haven't forgot. I could never forget you. I just had a moment.
A moment.
It was just a moment. They all thought my mic had gone. Look, I used to be a childminder, and some days I'd have 4 children, all with names beginning with J or J, but some were G but with a J sound. I used to have a Gemma, a Jessica, a Joshua, and my daughter Jessamy, all on the same day. And I couldn't blame menopause then. I was too young, and I just used to stand there some days and yeah. Can't hope then. No, not at all. So it's definitely something for giving your children all very different names so that you you can actually pronounce them.
Right, so I'm not going to carry it. Do you know, I've just been colouring in. Now, mine is running out of ink.
But actually, that looks like the sun's hit it. That looks really sweet.
I was just going to say, the way that it's actually laid down that colour looks actually quite good, almost as if it's supposed to look like that. So I'm going to bring in my piece of card. It's here. It's pattern paper, right. So I know I'm not going to finish it off. I'm going to finish the card so you can see, and then I'm going to bring in my finished sample. I'm going to do it like this so you can see how it's going to sit.
So that's out of the gnomes, is it? The summer gnomes?
It is. It's out of the summer gnomes.
Yeah.
So I've just cut just a piece down, and it's just going to sit on there. Absolutely lovely.
Well, that makes it so much easier, doesn't it, than trying to make your own backgrounds? And
it does, absolutely. I mean, it took an age to get all that coloured in, and I enjoyed, doing it at home. I enjoyed the process, sitting there for a little while, colouring all that in. It really is as mindful as they say. But obviously for on here, we're going to go a little bit quicker. So let me just grab my foam pads. So do you know what? Tracy did it again before we came on air. She said, "Is there anything you need?" And I said, "No." And I need foam pads.
Oh, we'll get
don't tell her.
some in a minute.
I'll use some foam on
some tape, foam tape.
Here. Yeah, just grab my scissors.
It's probably easier actually for covering a large
Probably
area,
actually,
isn't it?
yeah. I must admit, I use my foam on a roll at home so much more often, I think, than foam pads, especially if I'm covering a large. I know. People, I still love singing it, but, you know, just... Lily would not let us sing it yesterday.
She wouldn't let you?
No.
You should have done it.
She was a little bit scary. She was in boss mode yesterday.
Oh, was she? Oh.
Yes, she very much was. So this is my zigzag bit. We're going to pop on just a normal cat. She was saying yesterday she used to be a dinner lady.
Did she?
And I was saying, yeah, she doesn't seem old enough, does she? But she was saying, so I said, I can't imagine you being like in charge and bossy and stuff. And then we got halfway through yesterday and I was like, so see you as a dinner lady.
You do know she's watching?
I said it to her yesterday. Right, so that is how it's going to look. You've got that lovely zigzag fold on there. So if I just bring this one in that I've finished. Wow, again, you've got that lovely zigzag. I've got have a wonderful day from our home to yours. Obviously, my pens at home weren't running out. So if I just turn this round for you to see it a lot better, you've got that lovely zigzag
That is beautiful. All of the little gems down at the bottom as well. That is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you. So back to Catherine, who says she struggles with that. I hope that's given you a little bit of inspiration. Just have a play. If you really are struggling, couple of things I would say is maybe just try it on a piece of copier paper to, you know, to get the angles right, but also put a little cross on the sides that you need to cut. So when you cut it into thirds, on the ones that are going to be at the on the two edges, put a cross on one side, then flip it over and put a cross on the other, where you're going to cut it out. And it also just helps you to remember which side you need to put them on. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. If you like that set, look at that price today, £28 or $32. But if you're platinum, right down there, $22.40 or $25.60. An unbelievable deal. So you're going to get all 12 dies from the 4 sets and 20 stamps as well. And they're giving you lots and lots of sentiments. So yeah. Now the next one I want to show you is from our craft vault. So it's our Coronation craft vault. So yes, we're going to be doing lots of things for the Coronation ready this next weekend. So what we've got here is we have got some card and some inserts. It's a pack here. So what you've got here is you've got your insert pad, 5x7s. Now remember, oh, there's some there. You've got all these lovely colours, and remember some of these, you could use these as card fronts. So they're all paper. I love the colours on these, but if you wanted to trim it down and then maybe stamp on there or put a die cut on there, you could, or they will go brilliantly in. Oh, then we've got vellums at the back. There we are. It does go into vellums. Look at that. So it is paper and vellum. So you've got those, and they're foiled as well. So that's beautiful. So 48 sheets in there. But then I love this. This is your everyday metallics. So it's 32 sheets, and let me show you on here. So what you've got is you've got Miri with a matte. But if I can go through, so that then look, you've got matte with Miri. So it's almost like the positive and the negative for each one. And again, look at those gorgeous butterflies. And then you've got it in like the negative. So where you had matte before, you've now got Miri. You've got the hearts in both ways. I'll skip through some. You've got like the harlequin, and that will come in both ways, and the stripes, and then that lovely floral. Look at that lovely floral. Now everything that you saw in the gold, you're also going to get in the silver with the positive and the negative. And there's the butterflies, aren't they good? Now you might want to use a whole sheet of these, cut it down. You might be wanting just to use little elements, but this is 250 GSM. But I think you'll find that because it's coated, it actually feels a little bit stronger. You've got the hearts. So if you are going to make box lids with this, then it will work absolutely beautiful. So as I said, everything you saw in the gold, you're going to see in the silver. So that's not everything. You're also going to get your winter solstice paper pad, paper pad. So this has got 36 double-sided sheets, and these are absolutely beautiful. Look at these, look at that purple. They go so well. I love the colours. It's got a very sort of Scandi look. It's greens and sort of tealy colour, navy blues and lilac. So you've got so many. I love that you're getting solids as well as patterned. Yeah, they've got a Christmas theme, but they've also got quite a winter theme. But I think you'll find a lot of us are already getting ready for Christmas for the next year. It's coming round. I know 1st of May today, and we're just going to be featuring more and more Christmassy bits as we go. Absolutely gorgeous. Just remember, you've got both sides of these. So if you do want to use it non-Christmas, you've got the other side as well. Now, all of those together should be $64.97 or $76, but you're going to get it today for £42 or $49. But again, your platinum price is going to drop right down there, £33.60 or $39.20. So absolutely amazing deal. Now, that's the first of our Craft Vault deals, and I think Michelle's got another one to show us, have you? Have you got one? Are you ready? Are you ready? You've got it sorted?
I don't think I'm ready for this one.
Are you not ready?
No, I mean, I'm ready.
I know you're ready. I can see that.
I'm not ready. So, if you buy 2, you're going to get 5 for free.
Wow.
So, I'll say that again. If you buy 2, you're going to get 5 for free. So, you're saving £70 or $84 on this. So, you're going to buy Kaleidoscope. So this is one of my favourite dies, absolutely.
That's a double-sided one. Yeah.
It is. So this is your double-sided die. So if you've got your double-sided plates, you obviously are set up to go for this. If you don't, get those double-sided plates and then have a look at some of our double-sided dies. So it cuts out on both sides, and then you end up with this absolutely gorgeous layered up effect. So buy this. So you're going to buy your Kaleidoscope. And you're going to buy this. So this is your in-flight. So this is the most gorgeous embossing folder there. So you can see you're going to be bringing any of your inks, your watercolour pens, your aqua pens, your classics, your gilding waxes, even your gilding flakes for things like this. So buy these 2. We're going to get the rest I'm going to show you for free. So we have got the Perfect Papillon. Did I say that correctly? Look at that. So with this, you're getting, again, you've got these 3 dies here that are going to create those 3 elements at the bottom. You can use them separately if you want, but then when you pop them together, you get this most beautiful decorative butterfly there. So you're getting that for free. You're also getting this for free. So this is your opulent frame. One of my all-time favourites. It is such a delicate, intricate die, but it builds up beautifully. So you can see you've got all those mats and layers there, and it creates this absolutely gorgeous, opulent frame. You're also going to get this for free. This is your opulent edge. Goes beautiful with everything in this collection, but there's nothing about it that says, actually, you can't use it with everything else, because you absolutely can. It's just a beautiful edgeable. You're going to get this for free as well. Your Monarch. This is a beast of a butterfly, isn't it? If that came flying towards me in real life, I would be gone. I would have bet Ben's time yesterday when he did that marathon.
Are you not into butterflies flying around you?
No.
So you don't go into the hothouse when we go, and you go, no. No, look at her face. No, she says.
Oh no. There's a butterfly place in Leeds, and it's like, that's my worst nightmare.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh yes. This collection actually is the opposite. This is the most beautiful collection. Now this is how I can cope with butterflies. Stamped on my page or die cut out and not attacking.
Yeah, we hear stories all the time about those killer attacking butterflies, don't we?
Right. So that one is also for free. And then lastly, you are going to get this marvellous Mariposa for free as well.
I just think, I love the outside one, the stamp edge.
Yes.
I think that's a really useful die, and I love how it's separate so that you can use it with anything else that you've got.
I just love it. I love everything about it. I love it gives you that stamp effect. I love it's very vintage. I love the fact that the butterfly has the raised wings, so it's not all cut, so you get that liftable element. It is just one of the most usable. You're going to be creating your bases with this as well. It's just one of the most usable die sets. So you're getting that for free, that for free, that, and that, and that, and you're just paying for these two here.
That is an amazing value there. There we go. Platinum price $23.98 or £23.98 or $28.75. And apparently we've already got rid of a third of the stock we had for today's deal. So yeah, you're absolutely loving that. And Betty Weaver says she used that vintage butterfly die to make butterflies for a bulletin board at work, and everybody loved them. There you go. Couple of comments. Gareth says, don't worry, Corrine, I've had loads of moments recently. Well, yeah, I'm struggling. Kirsty D, she's not going to mind me saying this because she's typed it. She says, my mum has 4 children who have names beginning with K. She also has a bit of a stutter on K. So it's quite funny when she's shouting one of us. Oh dear, I shouldn't laugh, but I can just imagine the children's reaction, just trying to make her shout their names. Lynn Morton said she hadn't seen that insert pad before. Yep, this is what we love to do. We keep bringing you lots of ideas. And Kerry Carney, now I'm thinking she must be in America or somewhere else, says, what is a dinner lady? Now, a dinner lady works in a school, comes in at lunchtime and supervises the children getting their dinners. So it's not so much the ladies that are in the kitchen, it's more the ladies that are in the dining room or on the playground duty and things like that. So dinner lady is just somebody that comes in and looks after the children at dinner or lunchtime, as you might call it. There we go, there we are. Right, now, I have got another deal. So this is your assorted creator card. You love your creator cards because they're just, you know, one pass of your die, then you just need to decorate them, and you've got some amazing cards. Now, these ones have been really popular. These are our colourable creator cards. So they've been designed purposely to work brilliantly with your pens. Maybe you've bought the pick of the day and you've got all of those wonderful pens and you want something to colour them with. So you get your 2 dies here that's going to cut it into your cardstock or out of your cardstock. It's entirely up to you. You've got your stamps, your sentiments, and a couple of them cut out. And once you've die cut it out, you can then add your stamp on there. Personally, with something like this, I would die cut and then stamp, just because I just think it's a bit easier. It helps you to position it a little bit better with this one. So that is your Dragonfly Dreams, and from the same collection you've got this beautiful butterfly, and that's what it's called, beautiful butterfly. It really is pretty. I think I've done a couple of craft alongs with this one. Absolutely gorgeous. Then you've got some diagonal lace in our original ribbon threading creator cards. So these were the original ribbon threading, not the ones that we did recently, which were like borders. So these are the whole creator cards. So you can see this one goes diagonally across there, and then you can thread your ribbon through whichever holes you want. And then finally, you've also got your ornate pop out. Now, oh, this one's broken. Oh, I think the other one's going to. I'm going to ignore those. I'm just going to show you these on here because both of these have been broken in the box. So you have got your majestic damask and your regal diamond. Look at this. You get the die that cuts out, so you can see, I remember our Debbie launching these and we were talking about the little kissy lips of the dies at the top. So that shows you where the centre point is. I've got to put that back, it's annoying me, is that. That's where your centre point is, so you can see, so that has a break in the die on the outside one so that it cuts into your cardstock like that, and then you have all of these dies that are going to do your mats and layers. Let me go that way so you can see them. Absolutely, as I said, majestic damask and also regal diamond. Now all of these, this is an amazing saving. We are going to be giving you a 40% discount on these. So today £30 or $40 is then going to drop right down here, £24 or $32, which is brilliant. So if you want those, I was just going to show you a couple of samples. So if you wanted the butterfly the colourable creator cards, you'd be doing things like that, or, you know, take them outside of the frames. I love this one because they've used it on the background as well. But if you want to use it true to its concept, then you've got this effect, which looks absolutely gorgeous. Then with the ribbon threading, I had to show you this one because it's so right for the coronation at the moment. You've got that celebrate, and you can see all of those ribbons going diagonally up there. Then there we go. You can now see the ornate pop outs absolutely beautifully popping out of the card there, and then the majestic damask as well is going to pop out just like that. Absolutely good. Have I got that one upside down? No, I've not got it the right way. They are absolutely beautiful. Again, like I say, if you want those, £24 or $32 is your platinum price for those. Right, ink pads. Not just any old ink pads.
No,
not just any old ink pads.
It's a bit like that advert, isn't it? This isn't just any old ink pad. This is Crafter's Companion Shimmer ink pads. I'm just looking at that price.
I can't believe these are on offer, because when we launched these, they sold out virtually on the day of launch.
Yeah.
Then we waited ages and ages and ages for them to come back into stock. And these are going to be a staple. These are going to be on our website all the time, hopefully, fingers crossed. So to then offer them on a craft vault price, it's crazy.
Yes, it's one of those that we don't have to, because, you know, you are buying these day in, day out at their normal price. So for us to be able to offer them to you today, so that's a 33% saving, and then platinum price, $32 or $48 for all 10. So not just for a selection, for all 10. So we have got lime soda. Let me just pop that off. Just look at that.
They're really juicy, aren't they?
So juicy. We've got frosty mint. And again, all lovely and juicy. Amethyst. And again, let me just pop, look at those. Just sometimes you need to see the actual ink pad itself. Tropical blue, or tropic blue, yeah, tropic blue. We have got toffee apple. Just look at that.
Yeah, it's an orangey red, isn't it?
Yes,
It's a lovely
yeah,
colour.
it is. And again, if you put these on black card compared to white card, you're going to get a very different colour. What's that? Starlit Sky. We have got Peach Rose. And again, absolutely gorgeous. I love the way that they are. So whether you're left-handed or whether you're right-handed, you're going to be able to hold these in such a way that is a lot more comfortable, ergonomically designed.
That's the one.
Peach Rose.
And all our ink pads are going to go to this design eventually.
Yes, yeah, definitely. Then you've got Raspberry. I love this one. Queen Bee.
Yes. It's a really lovely yellow gold, isn't it?
Yes, it really is. And then we've got Sugar Plum. So they are your 10 colours, and we have got a little technique swatch book for you here. So again, you're going to be able to do all of these. So you're just going to do a background wash with blending your colours, faux bleaching. So that is popping your ink down and, you know, splashing some water on, picking it back up, and you get that lovely faux bleach effect. Dropping wet colour onto paper, spritz it with water, then then dry. I'm reading upside down. Then dry with your heat gun, so you get a beautiful effect. Just blending your inks through your stencil. So remember, you don't just have to use one ink through your stencil. Blending them all through looks amazing. Your letterpress technique. So if you've got any of our embossing folders, you're going to use the letterpress technique, and you still get that shimmer and shine coming through with that. Of course, we're going to be able to create custom colours with these. So you're going to be popping them down on your mat, or you're just going to be blending them together. Salt effect. We all love to do this, but this is the one that we do, and we're so impatient. But the longer you leave the salt on, the more ink it sucks up, so the more of that effect that you get, which is gorgeous. Just embossing and then blending the ink over the top. I love doing that because, especially with the 3D embossing folders, when it hits the edges, you get more depth of colour than you do on some of the other areas, which I love. So we've got this one. So you are going to stamp with those inks, and you're going to draw that colour out with water Let me turn it that way so you can see it a little better. So yeah, you're going to be stamping with these as well, which is something I love to do. Bring that one round. Stamp and spritz. So stamp it out, spritz it with water, and you get that lovely effect that you see there. Oh, I've got quite a few left. We've got lots of techniques here for you. So just watercolouring with these inks. Again, you pop it down on your glass mat, pick it up with a paintbrush, or your sparkle pens, your clear sparkle overlay, pick it up with that. You get double the shimmer then. Love this one. So you're just going to stamp with your inks, let it dry, and then you're just going to colour it in with the alcohol pens. A nice simple one, but absolutely looks stunning. And then lastly, but not least, you're just going to stamp out with these inks because they make your sentiment, whatever it is, really shimmery and beautiful.
And you would think, because they are pigment inks, so they've got the large particles, you wouldn't be able to stamp with your detail stamps, but you can. They will still give you amazing detail, even though they're pigment.
Yeah, and that's it, because you do assume, because it's a pigment, and like you said, those larger particles, you're not going to get a clean, crisp image. But with these you do. I think that's just the magic of the ink pad, the magic of how it works, but you absolutely do. But let me just show you this. So this has been coloured in with those. And if I tip that for the light to hit it, there you go. Can you see how the light catches? There it is. Look at that. You can see all the shimmer. So that is what you were going to be doing with these ink pads.
Yeah, and this is craft along I did, gosh, a couple of months ago, and this was using all of those shimmer ink pads, blending with them, heat embossing with them. You know, you can do so many different techniques with these. So there we go, we did that. Yeah, I think it did win one of the demos of the month. So yeah, so just to show you, you know, you can get the enamel effect with them, and they're just so versatile. And the fact that you're getting all of them today for £32 or $48, that's making them £3.20 an ink pad, and they should be £5.99. So, you know, it is excellent value. It really, really is. Loads of people are loving them. Gareth says, I bought the entire set of the shimmer pads. They are best thing ever. Linda Armster says, I love using my shimmer ink pads. Kirsty D says, every year my mum says she's going to conquer her fear of moths and things flying at her by going to Butterfly World. She's going with Michelle next week. She gets to the door and no further. She makes excuses not to go inside. There you are. And Linda Armster says, I went to Butterfly Garden in Georgia at the State and loved it when they landed on my finger. No, Michelle's going no. I can see her face. No, she's saying.
I want to run away and there's none even here, just at the thought of it.
Quick question for you, Michelle, from Lillian, please.
Yeah?
She says, Michelle, what does the salt do?
So the salt, it sucks the colour up, it sucks the water up. So what you're going to do is when you've laid down your ink, when you sprinkle it with that salt, that's what it tends to do, isn't it? If you've ever had a really salty meal, you're drinking like loads of water afterwards, aren't you? Really bad analogy, but you get my point. So what it does, it sucks up that water, it sucks up the colour. So when you remove it, where that salt has sat, it's removed the colour and it gives you, in fact, let me pop it back out again. It gives you this effect. Which one is it? That's not it.
It was a bit further in, wasn't it? The longer you leave the salt, the better, isn't it?
Yeah. It was. There we go. So you can see that that's where all the salt is sat. So it's literally just sucking up the colour, sucking up the moisture, and then when you remove it, you get that beautiful effect. So yeah, the longer you leave it on, the more of this kind of effect you get. And again, it's just another way to create an amazing background for your, but absolute. So not just your table salt, it's your rock salt that you're going to be using.
The ones with the large crystals.
Yeah, those large chunky crystals.
Absolutely brilliant. Right, thank you. If you've got any more questions, then come through. Oh, Gareth says, oh, you could stamp then go over with clear embossing powder. Yeah, that's what I was showing you on there. That's absolutely perfect. I did it through a stencil. and then went over with the clear embossing powder and then heat set it on there. So yeah, there's lots of ways to do that. Right, I just want to quickly go over this pick of the day because it's our first day of having a pick of the day. So this is today's the 1st of May, and you're going to get your Spectrum Noir Artist Collection, and you're going to pay for that. That's $79.99, and then you're going to get £50, $50 worth of stamps for absolutely free. All of those. So once you've got your pens and you're thinking, what can I do with that? And that set has got illustrators in, aqua pens, and your art liner as well. So there's lots and lots of pens in there. We can have a look. I will open it up and show you in a bit. But look at this. You've got a lovely range on here. You've got some stamps from your Roaring Twenties, your Masquerade Ball, Country Lane. You've got the gorgeous beauty stamps, then you've got your flamingo, look at that, you've got Belle of the Countryside, and you've got that lovely unicorn as well. Loads of beautiful stamps. So the platinum price today is £63.99 or $79.99. Now remember, you have got double points on everything over £50 or $50. So this is just going to automatically qualify for that if that's what you if that's what you're buying. So yeah, pop that in your basket and you won't regret that. It's an absolutely fantastic deal. Now we're going to show you, keep talking about your platinum price. So if you are new to here and you think, well, how do I get the platinum price? Here's a little video all about our Club Inspire that tells you about it.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the crafters' companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every £1, $1 or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. So what are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
The one that was really funny, Ben. You did.
It was better than your I'm a gnome and I live in a caravan.
I am a gnome and I live in a caravan.
Can we clip that? We'll do it. Everybody's gone surfing, surfing USA.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
You entertain us, you give us a community to talk, in the chat. That wouldn't happen without you guys. It's like Crafters Companion is magical. There's magic here.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other, where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special, 100%, it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
Feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
A massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
It's lovely to see everybody on there. We're just saying, see our Debbie at the end there. She's going on holiday, so yeah, we won't see her. She is. She's gone on holiday tonight.
Never knew that.
Didn't you?
She kept that quiet.
No, she did not. Right, okay. No, she much deserved holiday, but it's a very nice holiday she's going on. Right, let's have a look at our next deal. So this is from our Monday Makers. So this is a beautiful decoupage flower and stamp collection, dies and stamps. So what you're going to get is you're going to get your delicate lily. Look at these. So when we say decoupage, you're going to get lots of layers to build up, and I think I'm molting all over it. You're going to get lots of layers to build up those gorgeous flowers. The brilliant thing about this is once you've cut them out, you then can emboss them with your embossing mat if you want, but then your stamps sit perfectly over the top to stamp them as well. Or you can stamp first and then die cut. It's entirely up to you. But they are solid dies, so I think sometimes with the solid dies, it's easier to die cut first and then stamp because you can't otherwise see where to line them up. You've got your fragrant sweet pea. Now, I've not seen that one before. That's absolutely gorgeous. So again, you've got that lovely sweet pea floral. You've got your lovely lilac. Gorgeous one here, so that's going to layer up, and we just put on a few little flowers there, but you can multi-cut those so many times and then just build that up as much as you want. The beautiful fabulous fuchsia looks gorgeous. Again, you can make those gorgeous flowers, and again, I wouldn't go too thick with your card with some of these so that you can actually get that shape and that dimension. Now these two quite similar, but this one is your radiant rose, so you can see on here, look at that, you can see all those vines on there. Really put some shape in. Our boards have got a little bit squashed, but you can really go in with the shape and the dimension. And I think it has to be my favourite one is the Timeless Carnation, just because it's got all that lovely sort of pinking around the edge, and you can really shape it up. And I love each one. We're also making sure you've got the foliage in the stamp and die as well. Now we are giving you an absolutely massive 60% off this one. So today's price is £35 or $40. It is an amazing deal. Who doesn't like 60% off? But even better than that, £28 or $32 if you are platinum. So really, really good deal. You're going to get all of these. So it's 26 dies and 26 stamps. So for every die that you get, you're getting a coordinating stamp. If you look through here, every single one has a stamp that matches up, whether you choose to use the stamp or whether you just want to cut them out and make them shaped and dimensional. That's up to you. And I can see our Michelle getting ready to. Are you going to make something with this one?
I am. I'm going to use the Radiant Rose.
Brilliant.
I love these. I love making any kind of three-dimensional flower. So if you're using our foam or our crepe paper, isn't a crepe that lovely?
That's a pancake.
Yes. See, always back to food. Even accidentally, it always goes back to food. So yes, I'm going to use the Radiant Rose. You've got those two lovely dies, and they're a nice size. And you've got the stamps as well. So what we're going to do firstly is I'm going to stamp these out.
You see, I just said I die cut first and then stamp. It just shows everyone does it differently,
everyone does it a little bit differently. Yeah, definitely.
And I think that's right. It's great to see different people do them so that you can see the different approaches.
Well, that's it. I think sometimes you watch one person and think, actually, I don't think I could do it like that.
Yeah.
Watch another person and think, yes, definitely. Now I can do that. So, yes, definitely. Which is, again, another one of the main reasons that I still watch all the shows. I like to see what everyone else is doing with our products. I like to have a good chat with everyone. And I also just really enjoy still watching and still learning from all you lot. Because we're always still inspired by each other, by all by all the watchers, viewers, watchers. That didn't sound.
So have you just done that with waterproof ink?
So I am using my waterproof ink pad, and there's a particular reason I'm using it, and I'll show you in a minute. So I've stamped that out. So let me just pop that on here, and I'm going to get my leaf as well. And I'm just going to get a little bit of green. So I'm just using some of the textured cardstock, and this is from the Once Upon a Time. So let me just make sure that that's big enough. Yeah, so this is from the Once Upon a Time, but if you've got any of our textured cardstocks, there's lots and lots of different colours, different greens running through all of the packs. So let me just pop that on there. So, and again, so I'm just using the black. What I love about these stamps and these dies is when you pop it through, you don't have that edge on there. That's just sort of a guide to help you line your die up. So let me just pop a little bit more ink on there. Move that. And then go back in. Because it's textured, you might need to go in a couple of times just to fully get contact with all that card. So let me take that off and move that there. Right, so I've got one of my leaves stamped out and one of the flowers. So let me just pop my stamping platform to the side and pop these off. Now this one is easy enough to line up because it goes straight on to there. Let me just get a little bit of tape because we don't want it to move. And we run it through the machine. So lining that up, pop that there, and then this one.
This is where you have to turn it 6 times and then you realise.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
This is the first time for everything.
That was jammy. That was jammy.
It really was. But if I just show you, if you do lay it down not quite right, you can see it's very, very easy and very, very obvious to turn it round until you get it perfectly right. I couldn't do that again.
If you tried, you wouldn't know. No.
And then we're just going to pop it through. So again, you can see the size of these. So these are going to go through your smaller machines as well. I think they'll go through the mini as well. I'm looking that way because all the machines are lined up there. But these will go through the mini as well.
If they're under 3 inches in width, then yeah, probably. And you can always put them on at a slight angle, couldn't you, to get them through? Yeah, perfect.
Right, so let's pop these off. So you can see what I mean about how it leaves that outline attached, and then you have just got those lovely veins on the leaf, on the flower. We'll go with that. We'll go with that. It sounds a lot better than some of the words I make up. At least that's a real word. Right, so I'm going to bring in some more. So I've got a couple more of these stamped out already, and I've got lots more of these stamped out. So I've got lots and lots because I'm going to make a big flower. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring in, just grabbing my ball tools and this stamping mat. So the reason, I mean, I'm probably not going to do it because I haven't got any water in my spray, but it doesn't really matter for me. So what you can do at home, the reason I've used the waterproof ink is, especially if you're using a thicker card, this one's like a perfect thickness. Give it a spritz, and then when you're using your ball tool to shape it, it really helps to get a lot more shape into your leaves or your petals, whichever one you're doing. It's entirely up to you. So if you're going to do it, give it a bit of a spritz. Definitely make sure that you use your waterproof one. So all I'm doing is I'm just bringing that in. I'm using my ball tool and I'm bringing it in from the edge into the centre. And I'm just going to do that with a few of these petals.
They're so pretty, aren't they?
Yes, so lovely.
And I think the stamp detail on there really, really adds, takes away a lot of the stresses and strains of it, doesn't it? Just brings it all together. You've got a bit of glue on the end of your ball tool.
Yeah.
You can feel it, can't you?
Yeah, I could feel it. Yeah, it does. And I tell you, this is mindful for me. I love the process of making these flowers, popping all these die-cut petals out and then shaping them.
Donna Yam says, can you use flower-forming foam with these?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Would you? I would probably not be tempted to stamp.
I was just going to say, the dies, you could, absolutely. The only thing is, because... that's just going to give you that emboss effect.
Yeah.
So yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
The only thing, when you're choosing a dye to use with your flower forming foam, you always make sure that it's got a nice area in the middle if you're going to be threading your stamens through. If these petals meet in the middle and there's not enough room here, when you thread through, all that is going to happen is it's going to rip.
Yeah.
So if you're choosing a dye that's not necessarily, come from our flower forming foam dyes, then that's the only thing that you need to make sure that you're checking for. So I'm just going to do another one of these. I'm
trying to determine whether you're going to be going alternate colours or you're going to have two different roses side by side.
Oh, I think I'm just going to do alternate colours.
I didn't know you were going to have a lilac and a pink rose, or whether you're going to mix it, because they're beautiful colours. Where's the cardstock from, did you say?
So this is from the Once Upon a Time.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, they're absolutely lovely colours, aren't they? Right, so I've already got this one here that's, I've already used my ball tool on. So then all I'm going to do with this one, we're going to have this in the centre. So I'm just going to get my bone folder, and each petal, we're just going to curl both sides. So you're going to get that nice cupping effect. So let me do it on both sides. And I'm going to use my hot glue gun. You can use your wet glues if you want, but you're going to have to sort of sit and hold them for a little bit longer. So what I'm going to do, we're just going to fold all those up. So you've got a nice fold there, so you can see what's going to happen is they're all going to cup together, and it's going to create the centre of your rose. So we're going to just obviously do it one at a time. I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue just on the inside, not too high or too far to the top. So let's just pop that together, hold it as closed as you want it to be, and then we'll bring these in. So again, just a little bit of glue towards the bottom, not too high. Have that on there, and then this last one. So I'm going to pop a little bit just to each side, so I know it's going to hold all of that together. So I've got that little bit just popping up, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of glue on there. And again, so this is why I'm using the hot glue.
So it grabs and holds.
Just grabs a lot quicker. So that is your absolute centerpiece. So you can see that you've got all that lovely detail on the outside. So we're going to bring another one in. And I'm going to glue this one into the middle first.
Oh, effectively upside down still?
Yes, yeah. So when I bring my petals up, you're still going to see that lovely stamped effect on the outside. So again, just one petal at a time, Just going to pop a little bit of glue on each side. Now, I don't want this to be as tight round it, so I'm going to just bring it out a little bit. And that's why the hot glue is the best, because it's going to hold it, it's going to grab it straight away. I'm going to miss one and I'm going to go to the next one. I'm going to pop a little bit of glue again just on each side of that petal. And again, I'm not going to...
I love watching other people, how they bring flowers together, because we all do it so differently, don't we?
Yes, we do. We do, definitely. So I'm going to miss one again. I'm going to bring this one in. And again, and this is, do you know, this is the great thing about our glue gun, the control that you've got on it, just to be able to bring out that little bit of glue that you need. So again, so let's pop this one. So it's literally rinse and repeat. We're just going to do the same with each petal, sort of holding it, making sure that I'm building that flower outwards. And the best thing is, if you get a little bit of glue that seeps out, you can just peel it off. So there and there. And again, just... There you go. You can see how that's coming together.
Yeah.
Lovely. So again, we're going to pop another one on. And depending on how big you want to build this rose up, how much you want to go. So I'm going to just do one more this way, and then we're going to have the others.
Yeah, the other way up.
The other way up. So again, we're going to have no stamped image coming up, because when we bring those up, you're going to see it from the outside. So exactly the same, I'm going to pop a little bit of glue on each side of the petal, not too high up, and we're going to just hold it, making sure that it's coming out. There we go. So let's go to that one. There and there. And again, make sure you're bringing it out a little bit. And look how it's coming together. It's just, this is why I love making flowers.
I know,
because
it's so rewarding, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, definitely. A bit of glue there and there.
When you make something like that at home and you're really proud of it, do you go rushing down and show Ben?
Yeah.
And then he goes, oh yeah. Because I made a box yesterday for my craft along next weekend, and I took it downstairs to photograph it because the light's better, and I went into the room where Colin was. He was sat working on the computer. I went, look at this, and he's like, yeah, it's a box. I'm like, yeah, but I made the papers as well, and I did the background paper. He's like, yeah, and I'm like, come on, be as proud of that as I am. He wasn't being dismissive, but I don't think they sometimes get it.
No,
I think it needs another crafter sometimes to get it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, Ben, you know, he watches like every show, and I'll show him and he's like, oh yeah, that's good. And I'm like, once more with feeling. Yeah. And he'll go, oh, I love it. I'm like, thank you.
Rachel says this is really relaxing to watch. And
yeah.
Amanda Bennett says, I know most of the talk goes to food, so she's now making pancakes at the moment. That's you with your crepes.
Right, so I think I'm going to pop purely, I don't know actually, I might actually just stay with the same, I'm going to stay with the same colour.
Okay.
So all I'm going to do now is we're going to go this way. So whereas we were going this way, we're now going to go that way. So I'm going to fold that up. So I always do. You don't have to. I'm going to give that a fold. And this is where I bring in not only this, but this. So I've got sort of that curvature going here. But what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to just bend that petal round just a little. I'm going to do it on both sides, but I'm going to do it more on one side than on the other. Because, you know, any petal in nature is not going to be symmetrical. No. So we're going to make them just all a little bit different. But I always find this the best way to just get that little curve on the edges of your flowers. Or your petals.
Yeah.
So give it a nice good curve. And I'm going to make each one a little bit different.
Yes, I can see you're going almost on the edges of some instead of on the ends rather than the edges, aren't you?
Yeah, absolutely. all going to be just that little bit different. Because again, if you looked at a rose or any flower in real life, they're all going to be that little bit different. So I'm going to make sure that that's nice and stuck. And then when I bring this up, I'm just going to glue it so far up.
You're using the smallest dabs of glue, aren't you?
Yes.
I think that's key though, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. So I'm just going to hold that, give it a good squish.
But you can see that petal's coming out so much further now, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And again, I'm going to alternate when I pop these on.
Yeah. It's
because
such a
again,
small thing, but it makes such a difference, doesn't it?
It does. You don't want that symmetrical look in any way when you're making these. So some are going to be glued that tiny little bit higher up. Some are going to stick just that tiny little bit further down. But it's just, it builds up and it comes together absolutely beautifully.
Gareth says, I'm exactly the same, Corinne. I do it with my partner and I get, that's nice. Yeah, we don't want a that's nice.
No.
That's nice is not the word we want.
No.
We want
no.
Amazing. You've made that. That's brilliant.
Yes, that's
Well
exactly
done.
what we want.
Yeah, that's what we want. So this is like a cabbage rose, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
Definitely. So once you've got those on, if you feel you need to give them a little bit more of a zhuzhin, then absolutely go in and do it. I always do it one layer at a time. So I'll get that layer on, I'll make sure that I'm happy with that, and then I'll come in with my next one. So let's just, again, give it, that's the one with a bit of glue on.
I think the key to a lot of flower making is not to be afraid to use lots of layers.
That's it.
I think if you'd have tried to do this with 2 or 3 layers, it would have been, for want of a better word, it would have been a bit insipid.
Yes.
Whereas now, because you've got all of those different layers.
You've really, really got to build it up, definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous.
So
you're going to have to stop in a minute because you're going to run out of purple ones.
I know.
You've only got 2 left.
I know. I think it might just be enough though.
But again, you need that right strength of cardstock, don't you, to sort of really...
You do. So when you pop it back on, make sure that you're alternating it. You don't want all your petals to fall in line.
Yeah.
So you can see that petal there, I've put in the middle of those 2 petals.
Yeah.
So that's how, again, that symmetry, you don't want it. So a little bit of glue, and we're going to bring it up and making sure that it's curving out lovely. And again, we're going to skip a petal, go to the next one, and press that one on.
So again, hardly, these aren't too lifted up at all.
No, no, going further down, layering it down and out.
I mean, Michelle's showing you here how to make the rose, but there'll be so many videos on our YouTube platform for all of them. The fuchsia looks absolutely beautiful. It's so effective. And I know our Debbie Fisher's used that one. I've done a few with the carnation and also the lilac. So yes, if you want to see how to make any of the others, just make sure you pop onto our YouTube channel and you'll see them all. But for this price, did we say it was a 60% saving? 60% saving, that is absolutely fantastic.
So I'm going to have to do, is that all right? I'm going to have to do
this
one last one.
Yeah.
And again, all I'm doing is, with my ball tool, we're just creating that dimension on there. It also helps to bend and break those fibres so you can manipulate it a lot better. So again,
I think you're loving these. These are just flying out. I just think this is such an inspirational demo to show you how to use these. So we're going to be seeing these again in our Monday Makers, is that right, at 6 p.m? Well, if there's any stock now. Quarter of the stock has gone. You are definitely loving that.
So I don't need to do anything with that next layer.
You don't,
because they're sat exactly where I want them to be. So that, again, you can absolutely build this up. If you want to, you can absolutely go in, snip your flowers away or your petals away and then build up, because it means you can glue them a little bit further out. So definitely, you know, if you really wanting to go for it, definitely don't forget that you can snip those all away.
If you used your metal fabric cutting plate, you could probably cut these out of fabric and then you could make the most gorgeous corsage with them, couldn't you?
Yes, oh, absolutely.
Felt would look beautiful.
Yes, yes, it absolutely would. Absolutely would. So let me just bring this back in quickly. We're just going to do the same. You don't need to do anything other to these than just using your ball tool. Just using your ball tool, look how much better it just
changes
looks.
It, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. So last one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pop it onto a card. So move those to the side. Move my hot glue gun before I stick my arm on it.
We've just popped the code at the bottom, so remember if you want to pop that in today, Crown 20, it's going to save you 20% off your. Now remember there are some exceptions. Check out on the website. It's not going to give you any of our new releases from last month, obviously, because you still have amazing deals on those. But pop it in at the end with discount code, and if what you've bought is applicable, then you're going to save your extra 20%. 20% off this is going to be brilliant. So yeah, make sure you do that. Everyone is loving these. Great tip, Michelle says. Adriana. Vicky Butterfield says, Michelle, what a great demo. The tips and tricks you showed are really helpful. Your flower is beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. One thing I haven't done, which I do tend to do, is whatever is the petal, so the actual petal, you're going to cut out again in green, and layer it on the bottom.
Like the calyx?
Like the calyx. So I haven't done that, but I do always do that. Again, it just adds that extra dimension, that extra realistic look, I think.
Yeah.
Right, so I've just got, this card is 8 by 5. We're going to do a nice little easel card. I'm going to use this. So I have used, again, the Once Upon a Time.
Oh, is that what it is? I wasn't recognising it.
So that's, yeah, so I mean, I've done this before. So let me just grab a piece of paper just so I can show you. So all you're going to do is you're going to grab one of your pieces of paper. Oh, look at this pad.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Look, you've got the carriage. It's just beautiful. If we have any of this left, I'm not sure. We'll find out for you.
What you're showing us will work with any
It will work with any paper pad. And all you're going to do is you're going to cut lots of strips. So they can be as wide as you want.
Oh, we've got it in 6 by 6. So what you're showing us now will still work?
It's going to work perfectly, yeah, with the 6 by 6 as well. Get your piece of card and you've got all your strips. So all you're going to do, I'm just going to show you, I'll just do a few for you just to show you. With the glue of your choice, you're going to pop on your first one. And you're just going to trim that off. And then we'll pop, in fact we won't, what we'll do is we'll pop it this way. So let me pop some glue on there so that you can build up this pattern exactly how you want to. It's entirely up to you. Let's pop that there. Trim that off. Just straighten that edge up. Pop some more glue. There we go. And
so you do this by eye then? You don't, I was thinking, oh, she's going to be putting lots of pencil lines on and...
Oh, no, absolutely, by eye. Definitely. So I've cut when you recut these all, if you are going to cut wonky like I just have done, then keep going back to your guillotine to pop those on.
Yeah.
You want that absolutely straight because it's going to notice, you're going to see it. So the best way for you to trim those down is with your guillotine. So let me lift that back up. That's stuck down before I wanted it to. There we go. So that's all you're going to do. Can you see how it builds up beautifully? And trimming those edges off really just builds it up. And you're just going to carry it on. So definitely have that halfway there, and then put another, and that gives you that lovely break there. So you're just building up a beautiful, it's one of my favourite things to do, I've got to admit. You just, exactly, I think it looks amazing.
It does, doesn't it? And it just adds another dimension, doesn't it?
It really does, absolutely. It's especially brilliant if you've got lots of offcuts of stuff left.
Yeah. We all do that, don't you? You're making a card and you've got some bits left off. Well, keep all of those from the pad because the colour tones will be the same.
Yes.
And then you could make these quite easily. And you could even make sheets of bits like this with all your offcuts and just leave them till you need them, couldn't you?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. I see that's another thing, be quite mindful to just sit on a night and make lots of backgrounds up yourself.
Yeah.
And save them for whenever or whatever occasion arises that you're going to use them. But it is a very mindful thing to do. It's a lot of fun. So let me give that a good squish down. So I have got my little stopper here, so special friend, on some foam pads. Well, it's not foam pads, foam on a roll. Pop that on there.
Stopper, yeah.
And then my rose is going to go there. So again, let me bring this. I mean, actually, you could have it up there. It depends. I tell you what we'll do. Let me see, can I get that up? Yeah. Oh, I've got it up. Let's pop this here.
See, I like that there. Yes.
Let's pop that there. And because this rose is so huge, we're going to be able to use it as a stopper. So let's pop that there.
Our George has gone early with demo of the show.
Pop a little bit of glue just on there. Tuck that under.
Paul Prince 4 says you can do this on adhesive sheets and add glitter to the open spaces.
Yes.
Oh, that would look lovely. I didn't twig that. Yes, so she means where you see the white, if that was your adhesive sheet, you could then add in your glitters. That would look beautiful.
Definitely.
So much dimension. So pretty. Nothing's wasted, is it?
No, definitely not. So let's pop this little bit underneath. And there we go. So I'm not going to put any gems on it, any ribbon. I think that flower is absolutely just going to speak for itself.
It certainly is. Absolutely gorgeous. I love that. That is so pretty. That flower is just a showstopper. Now, if you want that, your platinum price for the whole collection, 26 dies, 26 stamps, is £28 or $32. We're talking just over 50 pence per item, which is phenomenal value. So yeah, if you want that, pop it in your basket because they are going really quickly. It's not due to be back on till Monday Makers after 6 p.m, which is 1 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll see if there are any left then. Now, while you pop those into your basket, and don't forget to use that code CROWN20 as well, we'll have a look at some of our backstage heroes.
I have to tell you, every single person works tirelessly behind the scenes, and I can't just give a shout out to one person because for me it has to be John, Tracy and Jake.
Going to give a shout out to our backstage hero, and I'm actually going to say heroes. It has got to be our product coordination team. It's got to be.
Because without those 3 people, when we're on air, we wouldn't be able to function like we do. They make sure we have everything we need, right from the samples to the product to having a drink of water throughout the show. They really look after us.
You see us day in, day out, 7 days a week, live on TV. We're crafting away. We're hopefully inspiring you. Every single card, every single product, every single tool that we touch has come from product coordination. Those guys are the unsung hero. They're there making sure we have the products, we have the inks, we have the tools, we have everything that we need. We have the power to actually work our Gemini ranges. The smooth running of behind the scenes of Crafters TV is all down to our product coordination team.
My dad was a printer, which was the old, you know, the old letter set printer, the type, the old printer's type. So he used to bring home offcuts of card. And so I always had paper and card around me from as long as I can remember. He would donate bits of offcuts to the school I went to, and so it was always accessible. My mum and dad bought me colouring products, art products, and good quality art products, like adult quality art products. So I found I could draw from a really early age. So really between that and crafting, it's just been punctuating all through my life. I think you can get inspiration from anywhere. It's hard, there's never one source. It's from anywhere. It could be a crafting person, it could be a non-crafting person. It inspires me in different aspects. It could be art, inspiration from artists, inspiration from crafters, or inspiration on just inspiring people. It's all about the viewers. If it wasn't for the viewers, then there is no purpose in what. What am I doing it for? It's not about me, what I can do, it's about what I can inspire the viewers to do. And if I'm not inspiring them, then I'm not doing my job. So it's all about the viewers, and it's all keeping them interested, fired up to give new things a try. And mostly, any blocks, anything that holds someone back is more confidence than ability. That's what I've found. So if I can inspire people and give them that little bit of confidence to give them the nudge, fantastic. I think the biggest achievement is keep doing what I'm doing for so long now. I remember, when I first started, everything's new. It can just, maybe the enthusiasm and the love for what you do might wane. But it hasn't. Here I am, as I said, 18 years further down the line, professionally crafting. And I think that's my greatest achievement, is that I'm still loving it, doing it, enjoying it. And the feedback's been incredible from the crafters, and that's what I'm doing it for. So that, I think, is my greatest achievement, and the feedback I'm still getting. Not many people know this, but I'm going to share this now. Is when I lived in America and I was 19, my eyelashes turned white. So this is still my hair colour. Oh, I'm getting on a bit now, but it's just my natural hair colour, dark hair colour, white eyelashes. I look like, the John Wyndham, the Midwich Cuckoos. I look like one of those little alien people with me if I don't wear mascara. Underneath this, lily white eyelashes. Go figure. I did worry for a while that I was going to turn white, emanate now from my eyes, which would have looked very strange to try and disguise for a bit.
Isn't it lovely getting to know Sheena, and fantastic to have her back here. Now, I've not seen her up here, but I was with her at Hobby Maker about a week or so ago, and it was lovely to catch up with her. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is one of our Craft Vault deals. So this is our Advanced Discovery kit. It's the Masterful mandalas. Yes. Masterful mandalas, there we go. Look at that, isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Now, I've emptied mine out so that I can show you what you're going to get. Now, in here, you're going to get your 5 6 tri-blend pens. That's 18 colours. Hopefully you can see that. It's black on black. It's quite hard to see. So you're getting, it's our regular tri-blend. So you've got your dark red. Let me turn that over. You've got your dark red, you've got your gold yellow, you've got your jade green, ice blue, purple blend and magenta blend. You've got all of those. You've got 2 of your art liners. You've then got your guide to all things about alcohol markers, and then you have this. Let me just, rather than count these up, it's 9 of these sheets with these beautiful images, and I love how they're printed in the sort of grey so that it's not going to be overpowering when you colour up to it like a thick black line. The grey is almost going to disappear, and then you can use the techniques that you've learned with this kit to colour these in beautifully. Now, I've seen some projects and we've sort of taken a quarter of one of these mandalas and put it on a card. So don't think you've got to colour the whole thing. Maybe you're just going to colour a section in. Absolutely gorgeous, but lots of ways for you to do your 3 colour blends with those gorgeous pens on here. So maybe you're going to do your magenta and your purple on here, or you're going to do your jade and your gold yellow, or your jade and your ice blue. You know, you've got lots of different colour combinations in there. So if you want that today, the price is absolutely fantastic, $19.49 or $22.71. But I bet you, if you use Crown 20, you're going to get another 20% off there. So wow, that's going to be like just shy of another £4 off there. So that would be brilliant. But your platinum price right down here, £15.59 or $18.17. So yeah, that's going to knock about another £3 off if you use your code 20. So that is definitely worth it. Put it in. If it's not the right thing, then it won't knock it off, but I bet you it will off that. Now, you've got one to show us, Michelle?
I have. I love this little tote bag. So I've got the Go tote bag. Is it Go because it fits the Go?
It is.
Oh, do you know what? You'd think I did it for a living. So I love this. Do you know what? But I bet you could fit your midi in this. Because it's a huge size.
Oh, do you want to grab one
Shall
and see?
I grab one?
This is live. This is no safety harnesses included. She's just going to go for it.
I'm going to go for it. It feels... Well, it's the handle. So I think
if you lift the handle up... Look at the
power of the midi lock. Right, let's have a go. It's a little bit like me trying to get into a pair of jeans. Look at that.
There you go.
I mean, you know, as long as you're careful with your handle, it fits your midi. I love that. So what else I love about this is I love that you've got this lovely bit on your handle. I always love to do this with my handbags, things like that. I love that you can do that all round the edges. So we've literally, if there's a bit of space, there's a pocket. So you've got all these lovely gusseted pockets. You've got 2 on the front, you have got 1 on each side, and you have got 2 on the back as well. So pop that out. Not only do you have pockets on the outside, you've got them on the inside. So if I tip that up, on each side here, you've also got an extra pocket. So you are literally going to be able to store, as you can see, so much in this. You've got the base that comes out, so you literally can fold this as flat as you want to store it. And again, this is something else I love, these on the bottom.
Yes.
Just it keeps it nice and clean when you're putting, so if you are going to crops and things like that, it's just keeping your base nice and clean. And again, it's the gorgeous Crafters purple. It's ours, so you know that all these seams, everything, you know, it's uber strong. It's wipe clean, so you can be able to wipe it down. And it's pretty stylish.
Really
love this.
Lovely. Just put whatever craft you want to put in there. Like you said, your Go goes in there, your midi goes there. Maybe you're going to, you know, have it. You could have it as a flower forming bag. So you could have your dyes and your foams in there, and you know, you could have it as a pen bag.
Yeah.
You could just use it however you want, couldn't you?
Yeah, and I know there's lots of crafters. There's lots of you guys that'll say, I have to craft in the living room, you know, because I don't have like a designated area. So you can be popping your few bits in this. Take this into the living room with you. You've got your midi in there, and you've got just your little bag sat next to you with all the bits, so you're keeping it all contained. You're not making so much of a mess. You have to make a little bit of a mess if you're crafting, but it's keeping it nice and contained for wherever you're wanting to take it.
I think it'd be good for your soft crafts, your knitting, your sewing, your crocheting and those sorts of things as well. Now if you want that $12.99 today or $17.54, but your platinum price before your Crown 20 is £10.39 or $14.03. Make sure you use your code on there, Crown 20. Look, we've just popped it down there for you so that you can use that. Now the next thing I've got is our little 6-inch scissors. Now these will pop beautifully in that bag. And again, we're giving you another 35% off this one, £8.44 or $12.99. Look at that, popping down to £6.75 or $10.39. Now, if you use your code 20 on this one, this is going to go well down below half of the original price. So with all your different discounts, if you're a platinum member, use your Crown 20 and they're going to be less than, like say, the half price. Now, these are brilliant. So these are our smallest ones, but these are sort of our mid-sized ones. We've got the large ones, these ones, and then our little snips. But it depends what you want them for. So these are going to be really handy just to get into all those little areas. I love this. You've got your Japanese stainless steel blade. They're ergonomically designed. They fit beautifully in your hand. The blades of all of our scissors are non-stick coated, so you know stuff's not going to get stuck to them. Since I've been here, I've got my set in my bag. I have actually been out and bought another set for the kitchen because I was fed up, don't you? You go, I need some peas out the freezer, and then you just can't even open the packet of peas. So my Crafter's Companion scissors have all, an extra set has all migrated into the kitchen. So I'm just waiting to see how long it is before they disappear out of the kitchen. So there we go. Oh, Cindy Thompson is asking, Michelle, could you give us the measurements you did on the zigzag card, please, as she's always messes hers up?
Yes, absolutely.
So, just from your original one.
It is, yeah. So, the front piece, wait a minute, I've got a separate bit down here that I did. Here it is. So, this is the piece that I cut out.
Yeah.
So, it is 11.5 inches wide. So, each piece is 3 6/8. So we've got 3 6/8 with all three of those. You can get away with making that a little bit smaller as well. So you know, 3.5 inches wide for each. So what I tend to do is I just tend to get my A4 sheet of card. I will cut it down this way. I score it at 3.5. And then it just allows me to decide where I want to place my highest die. And then I just go down accordingly.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much. Thank you. Debbie Cantwell says, I bring that little tote bag to craft shows with my mini and supplies to personalised cards I'm selling if people request names or ages. Perfect. So you can keep all your little personalised dies in there and your mini, and that'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? A bit of glue in there. Absolutely fantastic.
Yes.
Brilliant. Well done, Debbie. Thank you for sharing that. Now, you've got another good deal for us, have you?
I do, but again, I'm seeing the price.
I know.
$7.79 or $11.04. You can use your code on this, but if you're platinum, £6.23 or $8.83 is an absolute crazy price. So this is your 12 marker storage wallet. So if I just turn this round before we open it, you've got some storage right on the back. So if you've got some images that you've stamped out and you're going to carry them about with your pens, you're going to be popping them in there. Again, you've always got the most strong and sturdy handle on all of these. Very sleek. I love very sleek and smart, this Spectrum Noir storage. So you're going to pop it open. You can see it fits 12 markers, but not only does it fit, so your normal size pens, so our classics or our illustrators, your tri-blends are going to go in there. They're going to fit perfectly in there, as you can see. both do, so you can be mixing and matching, but yes, absolutely, your tri-blends and your classics are all going to fit in this. And it's literally, it is brilliant for on the go. So again, if you are limited for space at home, you can be popping any of your pens in this, taking it into the living room or the bedroom. I know some of you like to craft in the bedroom. So yeah, and again, perfect for if you go to those scrapbooking doodads, your crops, workshops, your anything. It's just absolutely perfect because it's not too big, it's not too bulky. And if you're taking 12 of our tri-blends, you know, you're technically taking 3 times the amount. So an absolute brilliant bit of kit. And again, for that price of £6.23 or $8.83, and you've got your discount on top. It's a no-brainer, I think. Yeah. I love these. It's very strokeable as well.
Right, now I'm going to show you the more detail for our pick of the day before we do our demo of the show vote. Now, I promised you I would show you the kit a bit better. So this is what you're paying for, or you're buying. So this is your artist collection kit, so it's just from your Spectrum Noir. Now you are going to be getting 14 of your Illustrator dual mark pens, and you're also going to get 14 of your Aqua dual tip marker pens. You're going to get your 2 fine liners, they're down there. You're going to get your colouring, you're going to get your guides, and then you're going to get 5 sheets for your marker pens and 3 sheets for your watercolour pens. But look at these beautiful colours. So as you see, these are your Illustrators. If you've never had a go with Illustrators before, then you've got that gorgeous Japanese quality nib on one end. You've got the fine bullet on the other. You can always see which side is your bullet because there's a little band on there. Just so you can see it a bit clearer here on the Aqua pens as well. You've got the gorgeous brush end on one and the fine detail on the other. Loads and loads of hints and tips on how to colour with your Aqua pens. Loads of shows that we've done previously on how to do your Illustrators. Now you're paying for this. This is your $79.99. Now we're not just going to give you the pens. What we're doing, as I was saying, now this is a kit that's been quite heavily used on shows. We're giving you your, it's the one side of each, there we go. So you're going to get your Aqua marker essential hints and tips and your Illustrator essential hints and tips there. So you get shows you how they work. It's like things like your alcohol markers, colours are slightly see-through, so they get darker with every stroke, which is great for shading. You can begin to add depth simply by layering the same colour. Loads of bits like that. Aqua markers colours can be mixed and blended in a similar way to traditional watercolours. Use a wet brush to blend out the colour on the art surface, or arrange your colours on a palette to mix and pick them up with a brush. Which, just to show you, somebody has very helpfully, you wouldn't get this in yours, but somebody's very helpfully put it into ours, and they've just taken a couple of our Aqua pens, and so this is just an example of creating the different shades of green for colouring landscapes. So we've got the Alpine green. Now in each of these we've used, up to there, we've used the Alpine green, but then we've just brought in others like Azure blue, sunflower or bark, sunflower and chestnut, sunflower and the blue. So you can see, just by adding in those different colours, you've got that. So just because, more so with your aquas, totally more so with your aquas, just because you've got 14 pens, the range of colours is vast. So this is just by mixing them with greens and blues. And there was other colours in there. There was pinks and yellows and whatever, because there's more blues and oranges and purples. So that range of colours is endless. Now, all of these have got a little, well, yes, they all have. They've all got a little bit of colouring on. I think our Leanne's been at them, and so has our Sarah. Yours won't have any colour on. They'll be a bit more like that one without the pink on, but we're giving you the sheets. Now this is on alcohol pen paper, so you've got the right paper so that you can do the blending. Look at that, absolutely gorgeous. But you're going to get lots of hints and tips on how to use those. They are all different. I think I've got some repeats there, but they're different. You will get different ones, and then you will get here, you can see watercolour card. You're going to get your images, and again, just like we did before, they're all printed in the grey, so that you're not going to get too harsh a line. Yeah, I could sit here here and colour these. Now look at this, they picked this one up with sparkle pen to make your aqua pens sparkle and, you know, and glow. So lots of different ways. I love this one. So you're just using all those browns, making those sand colours. Look at the depth and dimension and that pop of colour just there. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? And you can achieve that. Now that is the art kit that you're going to be paying for. All of those bits, just so you know, are tucked underneath the pen holder. So if you just pull the pen holder out when you get it, all of those bits will be behind there. So you're paying for that $79.99. Now remember, not only are you going to get double points on this, I think you might get a 20% discount as well. So it's worth trying, see if you can. Once you've bought this, we're then going to give you £50, $50 worth of stamps free. Oops, I nearly knocked it over there, George. It nearly went. And so you're going to get all of those. So brilliant, brilliant ways to use your pens. Lots of practice. You know, you've got all of your stamped pages, but then we're giving you the stamps as well that are going to maximise the pens as well. There we go, $63.99 or $79.99 is your platinum price. But again, definitely got double points, and hopefully you'll also get your Crown 20. Now, I'll go through the comments in just 1 minute after we've done the vote. Now, very quick and easy, we've got two to vote on today, have we?
Yeah, just two. Just two.
Just two.
We've got the Zigzag, so that's number 1. And then number 2 is with that gorgeous
I think if I'm a
flower.
betting man, I possibly can guess which one it probably is. Just from the comments that were coming in, I think I know, but I'm not going to say anything. I'll let you vote, 1 or 2. I'm just putting those away. Let's be tidy. We're going to let you vote, and while you vote, I'll see if we've got a few more comments. Read those ones. Amanda says, regarding the scissors, they're her favourite. She has 4 pairs of those. Now, this is a saying I have never heard, and I think I could say it all. Jean Marie Penny on Facebook says, hi all, she's terribly late today, so she overslept, so it's put me like a donkey's tail all behind. I have never heard that saying.
No, I
feel like a donkey's tail all behind. That is absolutely brilliant, Jean Marie. You've made us smile. Oh, that was my tummy. So loads and loads of you have joined in today. Thank you for all your comments, and thank you for all of your love for Michelle's projects. You loved seeing her making that rose. I think a lot of you got a lot of inspiration as well for that Zigzag card, because it's one of those that once you've got it, but it maybe just takes a few more minutes to get that one. So we're just waiting for your vote to come in. Now, in 1 hour, we will be back. Hopefully we'll have had time for some lunch, because I don't know about you, I'm hungry, and I know our Johnny is too. But we'll be back after lunch at 2 p.m, which is 9 a.m. on the East Coast. And we've got our craft vault. So this is going to be quite fast paced, and we're going to show you all of our deals and wonderful offers we've got. Don't forget your Crown 20. Don't forget you're going to get your double points. Or if you've done over £100, dollars or euros, you're going to get triple points. We keep saying double points, but if your basket comes to over that 100 mark, then you will get your triple points on there. And then we'll be back later at 6 p.m. for our Monday makers. And so hopefully Michelle will be showing you more flowers, more of all the other wonderful deals that we've got today. Now, this did not surprise me. Demo of the show is number 2. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. So thank you all for voting. I think you all loved it. I think you loved that how Michelle did that paper, and I think you just loved her rose. So that'll go on the side, and we will vote after Monday's makers for your demo of the day. There we go. So thank you very much. Now, thank you all for joining us. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your comments. It's been lovely to have your interaction. Don't forget to use your code. Don't forget you're going to get your double point. And we'll be back with you in 1 hour. So until then, keep safe, have fun, and I hope you're enjoying whatever you're doing on this lovely Monday. If you're in the UK, enjoy your bank holiday. We've got a few of them. Bank holiday again next Monday, and it's me and Johnny here again then. So yeah, we're in for all the bank holidays. So enjoy your day if you've got it off work. Otherwise, keep safe, and we'll see you back in an hour. Till then, bye-bye.